Hey, everybody, and welcome to another edition of our Realtor Rapid Fire, our 5-minute interview series where we interview top producing real estate agents on what they're doing to help other real estate agents succeed in this market that we're in right now. And today I'm joined by the one and only Courtney Dampman from EXP. Courtney, how are you today? Thank you very much for hanging out.
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So, Courtney, thank you for coming on. I know that you and I have known each other for a while now, and I know that you are constantly improving and working on your systems and working on your business to improve the value that you bring to your clients. And I was hoping so the questions today are going to be around those areas. And the first one is, it's springtime, right? You wouldn't know it today for the people that don't know what day it is, but it's freezing out there today. It doesn't feel like spring. But it is springtime, and it's a time of renewal and reassessing our businesses. And the first question is, what tool or system or strategy, what new tool, system, or strategy are you implementing this year to help you serve your clients better?
This is something that I'm really just starting to put into the works. So we have a team, me and Brittany Crescenzio, there's 4 agents total on our team. So I've been allowing some of our team members roles on our team to grow a little bit and kind of help them because as they're still building their individual businesses, keep them busy. So with that being said, one of my team members, Michelle Brady, has recently transitioned into being my personal transaction manager. And with that, I started to propose to her other tasks that she could take on, because what I'm finding is I've grown every year. This is the busiest I've ever been. And being a control freak, I'm learning that I have to just let go and utilize the leverage at my hand, at the tip of my hands, whatever that saying is. So I do genuinely trust Michelle, and I think that's so important when you are going to start letting go and letting people help you with certain tasks, is finding somebody that you really trust that's going to take care of people the way that you take care of them. And Michelle is that person for me. She treats my clients the same as I would treat them. And it's like we don't miss a beat. And my whole goal with my clients is to make every one of them feel like they're my only client. So as long as I'm continuing to do that and I have the help, it's a win-win for everybody, my clients and me. So
delegation is huge. And the sooner you get to a point in your career where you can let go, it changes the game. It changes the game for your productivity. It changes the game for the the experience you can give your buyers. So congrats on that. I love that. I love that answer. So second question, very similar, but we know how important relationships are in this business, and nurturing new relationships can be as important as new leads, as new people that you just met. So can you give us an example recently of a time where you did something to deepen a connection with a client and ended up building a lasting relationship with them?
Yes. Well, just to start out by saying, I think it's really important as professionals that we listen to our clients and what exactly it is that their needs are from us, and that we can be somewhat fluid a little bit, and kind of be what they need as their agent. Now, obviously, we're going to be the advisor and all the other all-encompassing roles, but I recently had one buyer who I know really needed me in that therapist role. She was a first-time home buyer, and she was really nervous and very careful. And I mean, not that I wouldn't do this for anybody, but I made sure that I was available to answer her questions as many times as she needed me to, because that's just what she needed from me, and and to get her to the table, and that's what she really wanted. It was a certain degree of comfortability every single step of the way, and that's what I provided. Settlement day was so special, and then we went out to happy hour and we got sushi and drinks, and it was really fun. And hey, Cherie, you're probably going to see this. But anyway, she was great, and I love her. And now we're going out again next week. So yeah,
that is awesome.
Yeah, we'll be buddies for life.
Yeah, and what's so important there is that we as agents, as loan officers, we don't have to change who we are to adapt to be what people need us to be. In other words, you were still Courtney, but you were Courtney who was aware and open to helping her where she needed the help, right? You didn't have to become somebody else. Yeah. You just had to And you were different for her, I'm sure, than you were with some of your other clients, but that's because our job is to communicate and interact the way they need us to, not the way we, want to,
Well, of
right?
course. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it's important to be able to, speak to different people's personalities and understand them. And, give them what they need. Like, I don't need to tell somebody who's buying their third home, maybe explain something to them 5 times. Like, that's not really what they need from me. They might need something else, obviously. So, yeah, that goes without saying for sure.
All right, so spring, we always hear about spring cleaning, right? What do we do around the house, spring cleaning, and the winter's over, we open the windows, we start going through stuff, and we start getting rid of stuff, right? That's a big thing. Now, in the real estate business, when it comes to skill sets or mindsets or tasks, what's one thing that you want to throw out this year, and what's one new, mindset or ritual you're trying to bring in?
This goes for something for me and Brittany, okay? Because we're both kind of crazy. And what we do sometimes is we have these calls. We're like, I mean, it's a good thing. It's like trying to stay motivated, like, oh, we need more business. We need more business. Like, whatever. What can we do to get more business? And the one day I said to Brittany, I was like, you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop worrying about or kind of almost complaining about like that I don't have enough business, and taking that energy and putting it into something that's going to get me business. Because as long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, like the business should come. And I have actually recently got a lot of really great leads from unexpected places with things that I've been doing. And I mean, yeah, it was just that mindset shift, honestly. We're still working. It's always going to be a work in progress though,
Sure.
but
Yeah.
I mean,
Life's a journey, but that's a good one. Getting rid of the focusing on what you don't have, right?
right.
And just focus on what you want to create. So great mindset shift there. So Courtney, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. This was perfect.
Thanks, Ken.
And I really enjoyed it. And I hope our listeners got a lot out of it. And I hope that we'll see you again soon.
Yeah. Thanks, Ken. Appreciate it.
You bet.